Hello and welcome to the 2007 season of Hockomock League football with the Warriors of Foxboro High School. Today's matchup will be between the Foxboro Warriors and the Raiders of Central Catholic High School. Bringing you all of today's exciting football action are Dennis Robichaux, Doug Seuss, and Frank Jaffoon. Let's join Doug and Dennis down on the field with today's pregame commentary.
Good evening and welcome to Foxboro High School Warrior Football. Doug Seuss joined with Frank Jaffoon here, both without hats, thanks to our camera crew. Tonight's big matchup is the Warriors taking on Central Catholic, team that they played last year, lost in the last seconds of the game. Another Division I power, I believe, Frank.
Good football team, Doug. Come from a great league, the Merrimack Valley Conference up there with Bill Ricken, Tewksbury, and Chelmsford. A great league. This is a very good football team. Wing T football team, perennial wing T. We've seen it before 1,000 times. They're going to bang with us. It's going to be a good football game.
From what I can see, walked out on the field, they got some big boys. I know we are always known for having some big kids ourselves, but I'm looking out there and I'm saying, like, geez, is that the Patriots out there? Because there's a lot of kids that are like 6'3", 6'4", and 250 plus.
Oh, yeah, they've got some big boys. They got some very athletic kids. Last year they had a kid, big fullback, ended up going to Syracuse. This year they've got a kid by the name of Levitt, who's their all-star 1,500-yard rusher. I'm not even sure if he's playing tonight. I haven't gotten a word whether or not because he was dinged up with a knee. But if he's playing, he's a good football player and every bit as good as anything we've seen.
All right. Now Levitt did miss last week's game and they lost to St. John's Prep, right, which is another good football team there. Mm-hmm. But last week, Foxboro, in your absence, we faced a very good Dartmouth team who had an all-state Division I Player of the Year in this kid named Todman. Right. And Foxboro pretty much bottled him up. He did have 2 touchdowns, 150 yards rushing, but when it came down to the meat beating the metal, whatever you want to call it, we bottled him up and we came out on top.
Yeah, that kid Todman is a great football player. I have seen him play before. He's on the small side. This kid's a little bigger. He's about 195, maybe 6 foot tall. This kid Levitt, good football player. Todman, he's a 1AA kid. Got that good 4.4 speed, and like you said, Foxboro did a great job in the second half of bottling him up. I followed that game, but this is another week. And they hopefully we're not in for a letdown, because if we're in for a letdown, these guys are going to take it to us, because this is a very good football team. And maybe if they had that kid Levitt last year against St. John Prep, it might have been a different story.
Okay, now one of the things is this year we got a lot of new seniors, let's say. Last year we graduated like 26. Not all of them started, of course. So far this year, what I've seen in 2 games is that the senior leadership is stepping up. Once again, we have 6 captains, and guys like Timmy Mogan, Jimmy Kaminsky, Stephon Neville, they're stepping up. Ali Matata has been a star so far. What's your take on this year's team?
Well, if you remember, in the first half of the first game, we both said the same thing. Where's the leadership? Where's the juice? We were looking for anything to get us going. Eventually, that happened. Coach has already made the statement. I've seen it in the paper a couple times where he thinks this might be a second half team. Well, it can't be a second half team all year long, because they're going to face a couple of teams that are going to take advantage of that in the first half, and we're going to have to come from behind in a couple of games, I'm afraid of, unless this senior leadership and the rest of the kids don't pick it up a little bit in the first half, and that emotion has got to be all game long.
Now, what we've seen too is again, this is the third non-league game in a row against a third, let's say, top opponent. The Hockomock League looks like it's not necessarily up for grabs, but there is a shift in some power. North Attleboro getting shut out the other night by Franklin. Canton actually has won 2 games, although they got slacked by Mansfield the other day. Can this Foxboro team make it back to the Super Bowl?
it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because I think Mansfield right now seems to be the cream of the crop. And you know, I listen to Mansfield kids all day long. They're great kids, but they're kind of mouthy about beating Foxboro. So you know, I think they've got a grudge that they've got to get over and come after us at the end of the year. Franklin obviously seems like a pretty good football team. I think North Attleboro's not as good as anybody thought they were, or everybody thought they were, I should say. And I think Jack told me he thinks this year the league is weak.
Okay. With that being said, we have a little piece here that one of our studio announcers did with Coach Martinelli, and that'll follow this interview here, where Coach comes down and talks about this year's team and his leadership. So we'll see you guys shortly afterwards. After that little piece, Frank Jaffoon, Doug Seuss, Dennis Robichaud will be joining us up in the booth for another night of Foxboro Warrior football.
Coach, thanks again for interrupting your practice and coming to joining us.
My pleasure.
Yeah, we just have a few questions for you. Last season was a great finish. You guys, Super Bowl win. What changes now from last season going forward into this new one?
Well, I think one of the things that the coaching staff has to realize is you never pick up where you left off. Mm-hmm. So you have to start over from ground floor zero. Yep. And it's a whole relearning process for not only the kids but the coaches as well. There's different personalities, different talents. The shape of the league changes. Mm-hmm. So things that you might have been able to do last year with a particular group or not do, you might be able to do this year, or vice versa.
Okay. And do the kids know this coming in? Do they have that mentality that, this is a completely different season, we got to start over? Do you think they come in with that, or do you guys give them that, or how do you think that plays out?
Well, I think one of the wonders of youth is that they only see down the road one day at a time, which is pretty commendable. As you get older, you try to look further down the road. Yep. I think the kids have to redevelop their mindset on what direction their senior year or their team will take. For some years, it's a lot of pressure to follow in the footsteps. And other years, it isn't as difficult, depending upon their personalities and their abilities. This particular group of seniors have had the luxury of being part of two Super Bowl teams, one that won and one that didn't, and sharing the title in those 2 years. But it's your senior year that's really your legacy. Yep. And they have to decide as a group what that legacy will be, Yep.
And can you tell from them, are they excited going forward? I mean, you said they have 2 Super Bowls. Are they ready for the next one?
Do I think so? Yeah. Sure, I do. Yet they're apprehensive as any group of kids would be, How will they be judged? How will they fare? I guess that's the challenge of it all.
Right. Now you guys are just finishing up preseason today. How do you think preseason went? What was your biggest improvements, your biggest strengths this preseason?
Well, I think when we first started, the first scrimmage didn't go as well as we had thought it could, and from that point on, I think the kids realized they had to develop an identity of their own, and from the Jamboree and the Swampscott scrimmage, I think they certainly established that.
Well, that's good. So you guys have been improving all along.
Yep.
In terms of teams, we always have Mansfield and North Attleboro to look out. Anyone you're thinking is going to be a hurdle to get over this year? Anyone we should be looking out for?
Well, I think in this league, every game, every Friday matchup is a hurdle to cross over. Yep. Plus, we have probably as difficult a non-league schedule as anybody, with Concord, New Hampshire, Dartmouth, and Central Catholic. 2 of those 3 teams boast probably the 1 and 2 best running backs in the state this year. So we'll have our hands full.
Sounds like it. What about players? In the preseason, did anyone stick out, surprise you? Anyone we should be looking for this coming season?
Well, I always look as the captains as being the focal point. Timmy Mogan, who's a proven Super Bowl quality running back and linebacker. The same can be said for Stefan Neville as a receiver and a D-back. Brian Woolard is a 2-way tackle, and Ali Mortada as a kicker, who's developed into a kid that'll never come off the field probably this year. We've had some you know, the seniors are ready to take on their leadership role. And we've had a couple of underclassmen step forward, both in the junior class and sophomore class, that I think will help mold this into a pretty good football team.
Yeah, so it sounds like you have that leadership that you guys need going forward.
Right, and that's a learning process.
Yeah. The MIAA has just started the Super Bowls at Gillette Stadium, starting again this year. I know they've done it previously.
Yep.
The team went up there to, you know, meet Robert Kraft, meet with them, do that whole thing. Were they invited? How did that come about?
That came from their public relations portion of the New England Patriots, and the kids were more than excited to go up and be part of that.
Do you think there's any, you know, getting to that game is obviously you got a little ways to go there, but do you think they want to get there more because it's in Foxboro and it's kind of almost their turf still? Do you think they feel that way, or do you think it adds anything going forward to the team's, you know, enthusiasm?
Well, you know, the thrill of the whole thing and the challenge of it all is to get to that point.
Right.
Where you play the game really hasn't been an issue as far as the coaches are concerned. Certainly being able to go back to the stadium where we played 3 or 4 times before in the Super Bowls is a great incentive, but I think it's even a greater incentive for the school community, the family, and the towns involved at large.
And our last and final question, you reached your 200th win as a football coach here. It's very exciting. It was in the Super Bowl, so it made it a little bit more exciting for at least the community. Do you take pride in that? I mean,
well,
how do you take that as a coach?
I'd probably be a fool to say I didn't take pride in it, but there was an awful lot of blood, sweat, and tears by thousands of kids and dedicated assistant coaches for us to get to that milestone. And the way it played out, purely coincidental.
Excellent. And do you see any, now that you've reached that milestone, is there any changes you're going to be making going forward in the way you coach, the way, you know, any terms of the coaching staff, any changes there?
Oh, the coaching staff is intact, and, you know, you take your cue or your signal from the kids. When they don't want you anymore, they let you know. So far, everything's been terrific.
Sounds good. Well, good luck to the season, and hopefully we'll see you back at Gillette.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
Yep.
Somebody said once I could block out the sun.
Hey, we're back, Frank and Doug here at the Hearn Field for tonight's game against Central Catholic. The Warriors 2-0, Central Catholic 1-1. Another non-league battle for Foxboro. Next week we hit the road for 4 straight road games. Again, let's quickly go over what we expect to see tonight, Frank.
Well, first of all, we're going to have to reintroduce ourselves after 4 weeks. Well, I expect a good, hard-hitting game tonight, Doug. This is a good football team. We talked about it on the field. Central Catholic comes from a good football league. They're a good football team with a good football tradition, and obviously Foxborough has the same concept. So I think we're in for a good game. This could be a toss-up here.
Yeah, I thought the same last week. You were away watching your son play ball, and Dartmouth came in with all kinds of high hopes, and we were a little sluggish first half. First 2 games, Foxborough's been slow starting the first half. Second half, they really turned it on. Last week was no different. I predicted an Ali Matata field goal to win that last week. Do you think it could come down to something like that again tonight?
It could, yeah. Very easily. And I hope it doesn't have to. I hope we're able to, use the strength that we have up front to maybe get a few more touchdowns in the first half. But if it has to, it has to. And Ali's not a bad weapon to have.
Not a bad weapon. And speaking of strength up front, as I mentioned in the pregame, as I mentioned in the pregame, Central Catholic's a big team, too. They got some size out there.
Yeah, they do. I don't know if they're as big as we are, especially at the tackles, but they do have some big kids. They're in the 230, 240 range, whereas our tackles are in the 270, 290 range. So it's going to be a good football game.
All right, well, we're minus Dennis tonight, who had another obligation, but Frank and I will try to do our best to entertain you folks at home. However, the real entertainment is taking place down on the field, as we all know. Okay, and we're going to go right to the coin toss down the field in about 3 or 4 seconds. Okay. All right, I just got word from the truck. I missed that opportunity, too. So we'll be coming at you shortly.
Okay.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem. Played by the Foxboro Warrior Marching Band. under the direction of Foxboro Music Director, Mr. Stephen Massey.
Another nice rendition of the Star Spangled Banner by the high school marching band. They sound good all the time.
Doug, do you know how many games are being played tonight in the Hockomock League at all?
I think this might be the only one, Frank. I think the majority of them took place on Thursday night, from what I can recall seeing in the paper yesterday. Olive Reigns had a wild shootout with King Philip, a 50-49 game in overtime.
I saw that, yeah.
Yep, and Franklin, of course, whitewashed North Attleboro.
First time in 15 years beating them.
That's not, that's not so much a surprise, I guess, knowing that North is struggling. They tied Bishop Fee in the week before, and as you mentioned, they may not be as strong as everybody had thought they would be this year.
Right.
And I believe Sharon took one on the chin again the other day against Stoughton. Sharon's just an undermanned team.
Right, they are. Yeah. They are. I've talked to Joe Smith, the offensive coordinator, a number of times. They got about 23, 24 kids on the varsity. They had to eliminate the JV schedule.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame. Well, the reason I ask, because I think this is going to be, eventually, there's going to be a lot of kids here tonight probably watching this game, especially people who are interested in Foxboro being undefeated and playing three very good football teams right away. So,
well,
should be a good night.
You're right. I expect it to be, and I expect the big crowd to keep filling in. And right now, Central Catholic Foxboro won the toss, and Central Catholic will be kicking off. Number 24 for Central kicks it off. It's on a very good kick. Goes off the hands of number 18 for Foxboro. That's Gabriel Brown. And number 24, the kicker, was Harrison Davis. So not a very good kick, Frank, but Foxboro will get halfway decent field position out of it.
Might have let that go.
Yeah.
If he did, we would have gotten the ball at the 35. But everybody's anxious. They want to turn that ball into a yardage.
Okay, actually the ball's further back than I thought. It's on the 19-yard line of the Warriors. So you're right. Had that ball gone out of bounds, we would have got a definite better spot. And I see Luke Sicorso, number 32, is going in. Nick Thrasher, 45, is coming out for the Warriors. They basically alternate. Luke does get carries when he's in there, where Nicky Thrasher has been basically blocking back the whole time. Brian Swanton under center. Pete Dalton will take the snap here. There's a handoff to Sicorso, and he's going to fight his way out for about 5 yards.
That's a nice trap. One thing about the Foxboro offensive line, there's constant movement. Somebody's moving, guards, tackles, tight ends blocking down. There's constant movement on the offensive line. It's not just a power blow you off the line of scrimmage type of program. The linemen are always working, moving laterally.
As you said, Frank, that was a trap play, and we see a lot of those with the Foxboro Warriors. So here we go again, same formation. This time we're going to try the left side. Mogan's getting a little bit of room. He's going to come up about a yard short, I think.
That's a great block by Luke Sicorso, linebacker coming in on the end. He took him head on. I'd like to see that play again if it's possible. Let's take a look at Lukey here. There goes 55 pulling. Luke taking on the end, straightening him right up, and there goes Timmy Mogan for 5 yards. Great job, Timmy. Great job, Luke Socorso.
Yeah, 55 is Jake Walsh, first-year starter for the Warriors. On that line, as are everybody except Brian Woolard. They're all basically new faces on that Foxboro offensive line. Well, we got a first down out of that, so here we go. 1st and 10. Ball at the Warrior 29-yard line. Quick toss out to Mogan. Mogan's going to get about 3 yards before he runs into a host of Central Catholic tacklers. Number 27 was involved in there. That was Matt Smith for Central Catholic.
One of the things that tells me is we're going to try to soften. Well, let's take a look at it again. This is the 3rd time we're going off tackle on a pitch. And that's going to tell me that either their linebackers or defensive ends are perhaps maybe a little weaker than the interior. I'm looking at some of the interiors, specifically number 77 is about, looks like he's about 6'3", 270. Big kids.
Okay, here we go. About 2nd and 7. And we're going to get nothing here.
Great penetration. Great penetration.
Mogan gets swarmed over by number 30, Mike Amaro, and again, number 23, Billy Cudarelli. In on the tackle for almost like no gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Warriors here at their own 34-yard line.
I'd definitely be covering Mortada right here.
He has been the weapon so far because a lot of attention obviously gets paid to Stephon Neville, but Ali has had a good first 2 games. There we see pass. Swanton rolls out. He's going deep to...
Nice play.
Nice play there.
What a terrific play by 27.
Yeah, 27 to get a hand up Matt Smith. There was a chance there that Stephon Neville was going to come down with that. He was actually behind the secondary.
Right. Great job by 27. He fronts Neville on this, and just like Dougie said, if he doesn't tip this, I think Neville's going to get about a 30-yard gain.
Swan has all kinds of time there too, Frank, and it's a good pass. It really is.
It is.
That kid's outstretched there. He's reaching up about 3 feet over his head.
That's just a great play.
And it was a good defensive play. Take nothing away from anybody else. So the Warriors will be looking at a 4th and like 7 here. Back to punt is Matata. He's doubling up on duties this year. Very little pressure. Gets off a nice spiral.
Punt.
Inside the 30, that ball is fielded by number 34 for Central Catholic. That's Cameron Michelli.
Very nice coverage, too.
And he gets really no return there, just a couple yards. So the Warriors go out after picking up an initial first down. And now we'll see the Warrior defense, which has been playing pretty good so far in 2 games.
Yeah, they have. They've got their work cut out for him tonight if the kid Levitt is in the game, Doug. I'm not sure what number he is, but...
We'll do a quick check on the roster here and see if we can find them. They're all state performer there.
Mike Levitt, is that his name?
Mike Levitt, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Let's see, I can't find his name real quickly here, but here we go, first play of the game. And you see Matata and Brian Bossudet, number 56, wrapping up the ball carrier.
That's outstanding defense right there. Nice penetration. Let's take a look at this. This is excellent penetration right here. As soon as that ball's handed off, there's 4 guys, 5 guys across the line of scrimmage, and that's a nice play by Bossudet.
Ball carrier was Dave Kando on that play. All right, Mike Levitt is number 33, so that's the guy we're looking for to see if he's in there. Foxboro is coming up with a 5-man front. A little stunt, and ball carrier here. Looks like... Could that be 11th there? I'm not sure. No, it's number 32, actually. 32. And that's Michael Smith with the carry. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a foot more, maybe a yard more. And it'll bring up a 3rd and long situation from Central's own 32-yard line. About a 3rd and 8, Frank.
Right now it looks, Doug, that our defensive line is a little quicker than their offensive line. And that's not a good sign for Central Catholic right now.
Very quick so far in 2 plays. Central's coming out with 20 receivers to the short side of the field. Again, we're looking at a pass. Ball's up in the air. Incomplete. Intended receiver there was number 10 for Central, Justin Narboni. Off his hands. He was open briefly. I think he might have been short, Frank, even if he had hauled that one in.
Yeah, I think you're right, Doug. He's probably a yard short.
All right, why don't you take this one, buddy?
Simple out pattern. Well, like you said, Doug, even if he caught the ball, he was going to be a yard or two short. All right, now we exchange punts. Let's get the real work started here.
Andrew Geyer, number 80, is back to punt for Central. Good snap. No pressure. He's got a halfway decent kick there.
Yep.
Neville's going to field this one and have some room. Gets tripped up. Nice job there.
Nice job.
Number 6.
Yep.
Number Andy Scott there. Number 6 actually got a hand in on Stefan as he was trying to turn the corner. Stefan decides to take this one to his left. And as you can see, number 6 gets in. Number 1 also, Jimmy Nyan, gets in there and they wrap him up. I think the Warriors are actually setting up a wall more towards the right-hand side, their own sideline. Stefan took it away from them. They actually had no blocking out in front of them.
You know, Doug, instead of doing all the end runs on these punts, I'd like to see something coming up the middle. I think
Straight up the gut.
You're right, 'cause Neville, you know, shortest distance between 2 points type of thing.
Straight ahead. So here we go on the power I formation this time. Mogan behind Socorso.
Yeah, he hit the hole quickly, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And Timmy picks up a good 8 yards on the carry.
Let's take a peek at that one if we could, Mike.
This is just power football.
Let's take a look at this, folks. Straight ahead power football right there. Nice block, right.
Actually, that's Nicky Thrasher. I take that one back. Nicky, a converted lineman playing fullback this year.
Nice block there.
Really nailed his defender.
Yep.
Sprung on Mogan for an 8-yard gain, almost 9. Short down here.
There's a
Mogan
trap.
again.
There's a trap and they filled.
Yeah, that one gets balled up. There's really nothing on that left side. A whole slew of white shirts over there. Really can't pick one out to say who made the tackle, but all I know is Timmy Mogan was swarmed over on that play and may not even have got back to the line of scrimmage. So, yeah, he did. He lost a yard. So we're looking at a 3rd and 2 situation here. Ball on the Warrior 37-yard line. Need to get to the 39 for a first down, keep this drive going.
I think this is going to be power football. I don't think we're going to put it up here. There it is. And they stuffed it.
Again.
They stuffed it.
Nice job by Central. As Mogan gets filled right in the hole there, you can hear the pop from up here.
Yeah.
Number 13 is
let's
in on
take a
the
look
play.
at this.
John DeBetto. This Thrasher trying to throw the block, but he's just...
Can't block 4 of them.
No, he can't. Offensive line, Alex Price was in there. He got knocked backwards. 55, Jake Walsh. Again, no surge there at that time, so Foxboro will be punting for the 2nd time in their 2nd possession as we come down to 5 minutes left in the 1st quarter. A little end-over-end punt this time. There's going to be a push in the back.
Nice
right
Foxboro bounce right there.
Yeah.
Is there a flag, Dougie?
No, there's not, but I get a feeling if the ball had been fielded, there might have been. It was obvious that Sikorsky would hit from behind by downfield blocker. But no return on the play as Matata gets off his 2nd good punt. And the ball's going to be just shy of the 16-yard line. Central Catholic will be taking over with their 2nd possession.
Well, this is a tough place to throw the football on a very good football team like Foxboro's territory right here. So I think we're going to continue to see the run.
Yeah, no wind tonight. Really, it's
a great night to play football, isn't it?
It is. It's a fantastic night, Frank. Here we got a flag down. The play's being
oh, he's
out.
Gone too. That's coming back. Is that coming? Is there a flag? Yeah, there is a flag.
Yeah, there is.
Wow.
Number 27, Matt Smith, with a huge gain.
I think we got.
This may be coming back because of procedure call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we see an official pointing backwards. What a shame.
It's about a 40, 50-yard run.
Yeah,
huh?
the young man. Their ball was on their 16-yard line. He ran to the Foxboro 42.
Let's take a peek at this one.
Declined. Actually, we got offsides on Foxboro.
Oh,
there it is.
Wow. I don't know. On the left end?
Yeah, left end. There's Smith.
I don't know if he came across.
Really a huge hole.
Yeah, that's a big hole. Neville ran him down.
Yeah, Neville made the tackle.
Probably the only one who could run him down.
Yeah, so huge gain there of 32 yards on the play.
That's a fullback dive.
Yeah, nothing there. Number 5 for Foxboro, Brian Campbell fills the hole there. No gain.
You know, I had a coach that taught this single wing tell me one time that you have to run that fullback once or twice, maybe 3 times a game, just to keep the center of the line honest, because the way to stop the single wing has always been to follow the guards, because the guards are so much movement in the single wing. Wherever the guards go, if you're down, people follow them, you're going to go right to the ball.
All right, here we go, 2nd and 10. It's actually a 42-yard gain by Smith. We're going to pass play here.
Oh, it's nothing.
Doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Nothing.
78 for Foxboro in on the Combe Donnelly.
Yeah.
The big guy, the new kid from Norwood, the transfer, was first one to get there in blue.
Let's take a peek at this. I think we're going to see somebody pull out here. There goes the left guard, and you know that quarterback's going right to the left. Missed his block, Donnelly and Dougie. I'm sorry, who's 48?
48's Alex Price.
Alex Price, nice job. Good job, Alex.
Yeah, so a big loss on the play of about 7 yards. So it brings up a 3rd and 17 for Central. Now they're going to spread it a little bit more. We got receivers split to the short side, Foxboro sideline. And again, pass play. He's rolling to his left.
Oh, boy.
That ball's out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Nobody to throw to. He probably did the right thing doing that.
No, that's the hardest pass for a right-handed quarterback to make there. Sean Jowett is the QB for Central, rolling to his left, throwing to his right.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying this because you're next to me here, but your son Ross was probably one of the best high school football quarterbacks I've ever seen do that. It actually, to me, was one of his strengths.
Well, thank you for saying that, but I think one of the reasons he did do it is because he had thin hips and he could twist them a little bit as he's going there. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
And I've talked about with that why it was easier for him to do that. He said because he could turn his hips a little bit easier.
Which is really important to square him up. So here we go, a punt formation again. So we've exchanged punt. This is a real bad kick. This is going to be about a 10-yard kick at tops. I don't even think it went that far downfield. We got one official walking up the sidelines, rightfully so, out around the 39-yard line of Foxboro.
Huge break.
A shank off the foot of Central's punter. There's really no pressure here.
No pressure whatsoever.
I mean, this is just...
It's a return.
It's a bad kick.
There's a return on, and he kicks the ball about 12 yards. Well, we got to take advantage of this one, Dougie.
Andrew Geyer, the punter there, certainly kicked one like I normally would. And Foxboro gets a great opportunity here at their own 39-yard line, their best field position to start any series thus far.
Oh, we jumped again. Donnelly jumped at right tackle. I thought we were setting up for a pass here. And, you know, and Brian Swanton's thinking to himself, like every other quarterback who's played in this school, could we please throw the ball on 1st down to loosen these guys up? And then could we please throw the ball on 2nd down? I've heard it in my house a million times, and as I'm sure that all the other quarterbacks who have ever played here have said the same thing. They want to be able to loosen the defense up by throwing the ball on 1st down with less rush, obviously.
Yeah, we've been blessed the last half dozen years, going on 10 years actually, with quality quarterbacks who definitely can stretch the field. So Foxboro loses 5 on the procedure, comes out 1st and 15 now.
Uh-oh.
Broken play. Swan does his best to grab a couple back on that.
Now Mike Borderi's a little upset on this one. I'm not sure if he's upset. Well, let's take a peek. Brian's going to try to pitch left.
Nobody there.
Nobody home, or pitch right, excuse me.
Well, the smart thing on Brian's part is the fact that the ball wasn't leaving his hands. Yeah.
Yep.
So you got Mogan going one way.
Guards pulling.
Yeah. Brian may open up to the wrong side that time. That's okay. Here we go. 2nd and about 13. We see Swede in motion. Mogan gets collared. He keeps going with the leg drive.
Nice job.
Yeah.
He got 4 where there wasn't 4.
Yeah. About a 6-yard gain for Timmy Mogan. The last 4 of them coming on his own after he got horse collared at the initial line of scrimmage. Broke a tackle, picks up a couple more. This is what we saw last week, Frank, out of Timmy Mogan.
Yep.
You see Kaminsky there, 57, pulling.
There was a block missed.
Yeah.
Missed tackle.
Look at Tim.
Missed tackle. Nice job, Tim Mogan.
Well, number 73.
Yeah.
Number 73 is a 265-pound lineman, and Timmy Mogan basically ran him over.
Ran right through him.
Yep. Again, Swede motion.
There's a pull.
Morgan's going to get to the outside with a stiff one.
Nice
No.
play.
Very
Nice
good
play.
Number 10 for Central brings him down. Again, that's Justin Narboni. Makes a first down saving tackle out at the Foxboro 45-yard line. So Foxboro will be forced to punt again, their third time this evening.
Two very active defensive backs, number 10 and number 27 for Central Catholic. Two good football players. I love the way they come up.
Yeah, Timmy looked like he had a chance to turn the corner there, and Nardoni had a different thing on his mind.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see another punt right here.
Good snap. No real pressure. Again, Matado.
Nice
good
punt
move.
by Ali.
Fair catch being called for.
Well, you can't
and that's
ask
what it'll be.
Yeah. Can't ask for anything more than that when you get the ball at the 20-yard line. No return.
Fisciselli, number 34, on the fair catch. 20-yard line. Central goes by the name of the Raiders. I just picked that up off my roster here, so it'll be easier saying Raiders than Central Catholic.
That's for sure.
That's for sure. So here we go. We're looking at a little bit of a spread formation. Again, I'm not seeing a lot of the wing right now, Frank, out of these guys. We got receivers split both sides.
Look for a counter here. Yeah, we're going to throw
it back to pass. Does he take a hit?
I'll tell you something. They finally realized that if they can just unleash the fury in the middle there, they're going to put a lot of pressure on that quarterback. They got to come from the middle.
Wow, did he take a hit right there?
Yeah. They just overpowered him. Here we go.
Jollitt setting up the pass, about a short two-step drop.
Furious.
Yeah, who's the one that lays it on? Here it is.
Look at Donnelly picks the kid up, throws him around, and just says, I'm going to eat you right now.
He certainly did.
Yeah.
So a loss of like 4 on the play, so we get a 2nd and 14. Again, this one's going to run off tackle. A little bit of running room there.
Oh, yeah, nice run. Nice. He did a lot of that on his own.
That's right. That's Smith again, I believe, number 27.
Yeah, he's a good player. That kid's a nice football player.
So they're missing their all-star, Mike Levitt, their senior captain, who's missing tonight, and Smith seems to be doing an adequate job.
Yeah. A little sloppy on the handoff, bumping into each other, but the Smith kid made it work. He got about 8 or 9 yards.
Right. Nicky Thrasher came down with the tackle as the first quarter has ended.
Boy, that was quick, huh, Doug?
It was a quick quarter. I get a little entertainment here by our band and the cheerleaders.
Were they here last week too?
Yeah, they were. Did a very good job. While we get a moment here, let me just go down some stats here. The Warrior stats after 2 games. Timmy Mulligan has 230 yards on 44 carries. Luke Sicorso has 69 yards on 14 carries. Neville on a couple flanker reverses has 4 yards on 2 carries. And Garrett Simons has 9 on 3. Butchie Swanton so far is 8 of 17 with 1 TD, 2 interceptions and 77 yards. And again, as you said, Frank, he's probably itching to pull the trigger.
Oh yeah. Let me loose.
He's got some guys to throw to. Matata and Neville certainly are weapons. But he's also got guys he can throw to coming out of the backfield.
I remember last year when we were playing North Attleboro over here, Dougie, and Drew threw the ball 40 times in one game. I told Ross that he threw the ball 40 times in one game. Ross said, I threw the ball 40 times in 5 games.
That's right. Circumstances that night dictated that we couldn't run against North.
Yeah. And how about them getting beat by Franklin?
I'll tell you, Franklin for years has amazed me with the size of their program and their youth program being strong. I always call them the underachievers, but they knocked off North, and that's good for them.
Yeah,
anytime North loses, I'm happy.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go.
That's not a bad
ball.
day. Oh, it's a draw. They got it set up pretty good.
He's got room to run. There goes Smith.
He might be gone.
Barrett has a chance. He missed him.
Neville got him in the end.
Well designed.
There's a flag down. There's a flag. There's got to be a block in the back here somewhere. Definitely a flag on the play. I see the Raiders are.
They're reacting.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's not going to take away the first down, though. That's the thing. Again, last year's game, Frank, I believe, came down to a screen pass.
Yeah, at the end of the game.
And this could be, again, taking advantage of the Warriors' aggressiveness.
That's exactly right. The kid made a nice catch on that ball, too.
Look at the room he's got to run, though. Here's this tackle by Nixon. Had his head down.
Yep.
And then here's Barrett. Barrett looks like he's going to try
to get right around.
Yeah, he did. He slows him up a little bit, but Neville is in great position to make this tackle.
Yep. Nice
Textbook
tackle.
right there. Good job, Stefan. Again, if he had gone all the way, it would have been brought back because of the push in the back, but they do have a first down at their own 45-yard line. Very nice call on the screen pass. Here we go with the Raiders now.
There's that wing T double guard pull. They followed it nicely that time. Nice job. Good job by 93, Doug.
Yeah, Bresci. Yep, that's Joe Bresci. He smelled
Nice
that
job.
one, and you could hear the pop again up here. So there's some good contact going on, Frank.
Yep.
And he got basically lost 2 yards, maybe a yard and a half on the play. But the counter did not work there as designed. And they'll bring out a second down and 11.
They're not going to beat Foxboro unless they throw the ball, Doug. It's just not going to happen. They got to be able to complete a few
Warriors
passes.
got like 9 guys in the box.
Oh,
Here's
my
another pass play. Here's Kaminsky.
Just run.
Got an open receiver right there.
Oh, nice. Oh, he missed it. Did he? He held on.
Yeah. Number 20.
That's Ali.
Yep, number 21 there is David Kendo for the Raiders.
Let's take a look.
He just comes out of the backfield here.
Little waggle.
Yeah, he's probably the tight end.
Got to hide the ball a little better, that kid.
Yeah.
Though. He didn't go through with the fake enough.
Yeah, Matada had him by the ankle, and Barrett finished him off. So they'll bring up a 3rd and 4 situation. Ball is now in Foxboro territory at the 49-yard line. Raiders moving it on this drive, their first effective drive of the game. We get motion coming from Smith.
Wow, just slipped.
A little slip there is right.
Yep.
Again, that was number 32, who's in the game there, Michael Smith. We have a Matt Smith and a Michael Smith. I'm not sure if they're related or not, but that's the 2 backs that are in there for the Raiders. And we are looking at a punt situation once again. Neville will drop back for the Warriors. Basically a little chess match going on again. Here we go, waiting for the snap, long count.
Yeah, they're trying to draw him off.
Yep, there it is, ineffective. A little bit better kick this time.
Yep.
It's up there, but it's
nice
going to be
roll.
effective because of no return.
Oh, they're going to go ball. They're going to go inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, very nice kick this time off the foot of Andrew Geyer as Foxboro gets no return, and they will take over on downs inside their own 15-yard line at the 14. 8:22 left in the first half. The game is moving along kind of quickly. Realistically, running. When you pass the ball, it slows the clock down.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is a very defensive chess match they're playing here. They're not open. Neither team are opening this up because I think they both think this is a 1-point game.
Yeah, they could be thinking that way. So here comes Foxboro, swatting again under center. Pete Dalton gives a handoff to Mogan. Timmy's going to go off tackle. He's going to pick up about 3 yards right there.
They'll try to trap the defensive end. 55. Is it Kaminsky or no?
That's Walsh. Is 55.
Walsh.
Yep. Timmy got maybe 4.5, close to 5. So good first down play.
I apologize. I don't have the rosters in front of me, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of I'm new at some of the numbers and names.
Yeah, and you know what? Some of these kids, they were the same number for 3 years, and then they change it when they're seniors.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It throws us for a loop. So first game, I was calling Nicky Thrasher. I wasn't calling Nicky Thrasher's name out. He changed his number. He had a great game.
I'm lucky I can remember my way home.
Here we go, straight ahead dive. Foxborough's going to be out first down territory, and it will be. Chains will move. Timmy Mogan once again on the carry. He's the workhorse for the Warriors. The one thing I noticed so far in first couple games is Nicky Thrasher is basically blocking back. Sicorso is also blocking back, but he will get the ball from time to time. If you're scouting Foxborough, watching film, whatever, you see Thrasher in there, you're going to ignore him altogether.
Yeah.
Good opportunity as far as I'm concerned to mix it up and every once in a while give him a bone.
Yeah, you know, and they could set that up later on because they could. Other teams maybe down the road are going to see, oh, Thrasher's just going to block for Mogan, we're going to block for Soccorso, et cetera, et cetera. Then we put him out in the flat for a nice little pass, and he could be wide open.
Yeah, Nicky's quite a good athlete too. Again, I said he's a converted lineman, but he was the catcher in baseball this year, and a very athletic catcher. His dad played on the Legion team. The kid has really developed his athletic skills, so I'd like to see him get the ball once in a while. That's just my point. So here we go, Swan in the pass. He's out to Neville. Neville's going to try and turn that in. A nice little move there, shakes free. And he's going to be close to another first down.
Something out of about 5 yards.
Swan threw that ball a long way across the field.
That's right. That is a tough pass. You got to have one eye on the cornerback coming up, and the other eye on the receiver. You better have that timing down.
Yeah, Stefan just does a little from the slot position, right? Just a little out pattern.
Just a cross.
Well thrown. And this is where he does his magic there. A little shake and bake. He makes Smith miss badly. Back to live action here, and stuffed up the middle. We also saw last week, Frank, was turnovers, and lots of them from both teams. You know, Foxboro, a combination of interceptions and fumbles, as did Dartmouth. And for two top 10 rated football teams, very surprising to see them not protecting the ball.
Well, we have a new quarterback who's behind a new center. And behind him are two other than Timmy. Timmy's played a lot, certainly, but we've got two new backs behind them. So, you know, it's going to take a little while to get the timing down. You can't blame anybody for that, really. But they've practiced enough. They shouldn't be fumbling that much.
All right, we see Matada splits wide to the top side of the field. We're going to get a sweep toss here to Mogan. He gets tripped up. A really nice play again.
Very nice lateral movement by the defense.
Justin Arboni, number 10, closes the gap real quick and brings Timmy Mogan down for no gain.
No gain in the play, brings up third down, 3rd and 10 for the Warriors.
You know, Central Catholic really bites to that too. They went right out there quick. We can counter back with that and probably have about a 20-yard run coming back the other way. And we'll see that. I'm sure we're going to see that. It's all part of the program in this offense.
All right, Mogan checks out and Simons checks in, number 20. His first action of the evening. He's listed at fullback right now. He's lined up at fullback, and we're going to have a timeout of some sort. Soccorso was at tail. One of those 20-second timeouts, whatever. Coach maybe noticed he didn't like something, or there's a little mix-up there, but it's Soccorso lined up as the tailback, and Simons is the fullback. And Luke's probably got about 3 inches over Simons. More so at fullback than Garrett would be.
You know, Doug, I think we're going to have a tendency to be very conservative right here. We got the ball on our own 36-yard line. There's only 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the half, and Brian Swanton's only thrown 2 passes already. To put this ball up again might be a little dangerous.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. I'd like to see him throw the ball, but they're in the eye, so this looks like a run to me.
We're looking at a cover 2 here, anyhow.
He's gonna throw the ball.
Swing pass.
Swing. Oh, nice play by 5. Nice play.
Yeah, that's Adrian Mendez.
Nice job.
Snuffed that right out. A little swing pass to Soccorso.
Yep.
Had no chance of happening.
Basically, just like a pitch. Just a little swing pass out there.
They were hoping for the blitz, and they got it.
This kid is right on him. Boom.
Again,
nice tackle.
His helmet rises up on him, but he stayed with it. He held on for dear life. Luke's not an easy kid to bring down. Got a little help there by number 84 at the same time, and that was Chris Farron. So Foxboro, once again, will be punting. This time a little more pressure. Yep. Matada gets off a missile. Fielded by number 34. He gets spun down.
Nice coverage by
Brendan Sweet, number 12. 43 also for the Warriors. You're right. That is Jarrell Green. But Raiders came a little more pressure that time in Ali's face, and he still got off a missile.
Yep. Well, let's see if we can. Let's see if Central Catholic's going to loosen up the defense a little bit by throwing the ball.
Well, again, a good turnout, like you said, Frank. Good night of football. All the other Hawk teams have already played their games for the week. An unusual Saturday night game here at the Ahern Field, and again, due to the Jewish holiday. The game was rescheduled. Central Catholic accommodated, and
Great night to scout.
Oh, it really is.
We're going to pass. We're going to pass. We're going to pass.
As you called it there, Coach. Kaminsky in great pursuit there. He's not going to get him. Logan's going to run him out of bounds.
We had the receivers covered nicely.
Yes. Jowett basically looking to pass the ball, goes into a rollout and had to make something out of nothing. He actually picked up about 4 yards, maybe 5. Mogan and Matata are the two that knocked him out on the Raider sideline. So they'll bring up a 2nd and 6 from the Raider 43-yard line.
They need like a 2-3 step drop. This is a little too much opportunity for the defense.
There goes a little delay handoff here.
They're mixed up here.
Yeah. Boston did. 56 was there. Colm Donnelly, 78 was there.
Doomed from the beginning.
Yeah, Kaminsky, 57. Yeah, a handful of Warriors right in there. It was slow developing.
Yeah.
I was wondering at first if he was looking to run a draw play, Frank, but it certainly was not a draw. It was just, like you said, a mix-up of some sort.
Yeah, if it wasn't a broken play, it looked like one.
Yeah. So he lost a yard on the play, so we'll bring up a 3rd and long, 7 yards to go. Ball on the 42-yard line. Coming down on 3.5 minutes left in the half.
And I'm thinking, excuse me, Doug.
Right.
I'm thinking just like Jack thought the last time. I don't think this is going to be a long pass down the field. I don't think he wants to give one up at the half.
Here we go. Jowett drops back. He rolls out. Again, very difficult. There's a flag. I'm not sure what this is all about.
No, I don't think he's going to call it.
Wave that off. I got to tell you, that was an uncatchable. Yeah,
he waved it off.
That ball was uncatchable.
Good no call. Let's take a look at this.
Once again, Jowett rolling to his left.
There's the fake. This is part of the waggle. He pulls the 2 guards. A little bit more defense on offense. Throwing the ball to the left, like you said before, Dougie, and not very well.
No, he threw into a crowd there, and the only person who was going to catch that ball was the Worms, because that thing was down. Really had no chance for any receiver to come up with it. He has not really rolled to his right, Frank, to throw past him.
That's a good point.
Do not go beyond the fence on the track or into the end zone.
They played this between the 40s this game here. This has been a real defensive half.
Yep. Well, we have another timeout here. We get a chance that maybe one of our camera crews down on the field can span the crowd there and see how much we got down there. It's a good turnout. I see a lot of the Pop Warner football kids are here wearing their shirts tonight. Coach Martinelli and the AD Craig Nigerian, gracious host, always allow the kids in here. There we go.
There you go. Full house.
There's the regulars, and there's me and Frank casting a shadow over everybody.
I'm trying to hide. Not enough.
Punt formation again.
Oh, boy.
Donnelly gets in there. And this thing is up in the air. But he gets a friendly roll.
Oh, big bounce.
Ball's going to be down about the 25-yard line. So not exactly a great punter, but effective in that case, where he gets a friendly roll once again. Yeah, there's my team down there waving to me. I see him down there. The boys are got a big game tomorrow in Mansfield.
Over in Mansfield?
Over in Mansfield, playing on the turf field.
Good luck.
Thank you, Coach. Try and bounce back. We had a little setback last week at Medway, but we learned from that. We get them again next week as fate would have it. So
really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Scheduling glitch. A couple teams this year dropped out the last second, so they filled the buys. So here we go. We got twin receivers to the right, to our right, the left side of the formation in a dive play. It looks like Mogan again. Oh, Scorso, I take that back.
Let me be a little critical here, and I don't mean to be critical of Mike Corderi because I love the guy, and it's not just him that does this. Every time we've got to change a play, the quarterback's got to come to the sideline. He gets tired after a while doing that, running in and out. Let's have a receiver do it once in a while, run the play in.
Very good point, Frank, especially where we have so much depth in the backfield.
Yeah, exactly.
You can rotate your wingbacks, your fullbacks, whatever the case may be.
I want my quarterback fresh. I don't want him tired.
Yeah.
Mike, I don't mean to be critical because you know how I feel about you.
That's a good point. There goes, we see Neville in motion. Now we're going to see Brian drop back. Quick out to Matata with the moves.
Nice move. Nice
Look
move.
at him.
Oh, good job. Almost, Ali.
Exciting Ali is, that's for sure. Broke a couple tackles there with some spin moves. Well thrown ball here by Brian Swanton. Great protection. Shake, fake, rattle and roll. Watch this.
Good job, Ali.
The hit looked worse than what it was.
Yep. 3-step drop, boom. Cut it out. Cut it in.
Tell you, if he had a couple blockers in front of him, he would have gone a little bit further. So here we go. Again, we're going to see Swan drop back, down, out, and up. There's going to be a little contact there that's not going to be called.
A little roughing on the quarterback, perhaps? Or you mean Ali going out?
Ali, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see this, Frank. He's throwing it down, out, and up, and on the out, he gets contact, and that's well after 5 yards. Right here.
Boy, it is, too. It's about 10 yards.
Yeah. Ball was already released, and that little bump caused enough of a delay for Ali not to get there.
And for those who don't know, the defensive backs, as Dougie alluded to, have 5 yards to strike a blow on the offensive receivers, and after that, it's all hands off.
Here we go. You get a quick toss out to Soccorso. He's got a little bit of room behind Nixon, and he's only going to gain about maybe 3-4 yards, so it'll bring up a 3rd and long situation. Foxboro out over their own 40-yard line. Minute and a half left.
Quick pitch to Luke. He's looking for a block, No blocks to be found there.
No.
He'll put about 15 or 25 pounds on next year, Doug. On his frame. He's a fullback waiting to happen.
Yeah, he's going to be a train. So here we go, coming down to 1 minute left in the half. Foxboro with the ball on their own 42. We're going to get a timeout. Again, not sure. A little confusion out there. We wasted 20 seconds in the huddle, come up the line, and then call timeout. So a little out of sync at this point in time. There hasn't been much offense for either squad.
We got 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the half. We're looking at a 3rd and 6. So Brian Swanton and the offensive are looking at a 3rd and 6. Again, we don't want to make a mistake here. We'd rather go in, obviously, nothing than down 7. So we have to be very careful what play we're going to call here.
Yeah, no mistakes at the end of the half because the Raiders will be getting the second half kickoff.
Yeah.
And again, defense has played well, played battle field position, and unless we can break one here and get something happening, you're certainly all right, Frank. You're a little more conservative, I think. You almost don't even want to be in a punt situation if necessary.
Well, let me tell you something. You don't win 200 games by being a knucklehead.
This is true. 202 and counting.
There you go.
36 Warriors.
There we go. We got a play action pass. He is going up top. Nothing there. He threw it behind Neville over the head of Nixon as well. So the Warriors will be punting from their own 42-yard line. Ali's had a good first half kicking the ball, and hopefully he gets a good one off here with no return. We don't want to see the Raiders end up with good field position with a minute to go.
Now, if you recall in the first game when we were talking about the first half, we both alluded to the fact that they were boring the heck out of us, both teams.
Right.
All right. This is a little different kind of play right here because this is more of a chess match, and Central Catholic is a good football team.
Yes, they
better, I believe, than the Concord, New Hampshire football team. And obviously, this is a better Foxboro team than it was in week 1. So this is a pretty good defensive battle right here.
Oh, really good kick.
Look at this thing.
Look at this thing is right. Ball's going to go into the end zone, unfortunately.
Oh, what a shame. That's about a 60-yard boot, isn't it?
Yeah, he was from 42.
58.
58 yards.
Just 58 yards.
Plus he was about 10 yards back.
Yeah.
So, 60 plus, actually, if you count that. That was one heck of a boot by Ali Matata.
Right. Now, if you don't know Ali, he's about 5'7". He weighs about 133 pounds, soaking wet, and he's all muscle. He's the greatest kid in the world, but he's not a big kid, and he just kicked the ball 58 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, that was super and good timing for it, too, because pins the Raiders down deep in their territory. And you may see them to get really conservative here. Foxboro doesn't have many timeouts left to stop the clock anyhow.
We're going to take a knee, Doug. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes a knee.
Get motion here out of Smith. A little toss to the outside.
Wow. Oh, he took a chance there.
Well, some run room out there. It's going to be a first down. Time will stop as they move the sticks.
Yep. I think they call. They didn't call time. I know the time stops on first downs, but
we have a player down.
Oh.
No, and a timeout. Timeout by the Raiders.
We got it all working here.
Colm Donnelly getting up a little slow, jogging off there, number 78 for the Warriors. Really interesting. They went for the attack, and they picked up a quick 12 yards.
I'm a little surprised by that, to be perfectly honest with you. Donnelly's got a long way to get up, too. He's about 6'5", isn't he?
He is. He's a tree. You know, Foxboro always seems to have big linemen.
Where do they find them?
I know, homegrown. And this kid transfers in from Norwood, and is a welcome addition. He's starting both sides of the ball. He's been an impact so far in the 2 games that I've witnessed.
Yeah, he's a player. He's a player. 2 big tackles.
Yep. Woolard's listed at 305. I'm not sure he's quite 305. I know that we tend to exaggerate sizes sometimes as coaches or media.
Yep.
If Woolard's 305, then I'm like 305 as well. So I'm getting close. Straight ahead handoff there.
That's what I say when I go to the doctor's office and they say you get on the scale. I said, you guys exaggerate size.
Number 32. Michael Smith.
Yep,
we do have some big kids, though.
Oh, we do. I tell you.
You know, and people ask me, the people that know me, I work over at Grogan Marciano Sporting Goods in Mansfield, and you know, the people come in because I've coached a million years and know a lot of these Foxboro kids, they're brothers and sisters just like you, Doug. And where do these people from Foxboro keep? We have a town of almost 17,000 people, not nearly as big as a 35,000 Franklin and North Attleboro and Stoughton. Where do we get the football players?
Oh. They're growing in the backyard.
I think it's tradition. They all want to play.
Well, tradition has a lot to do with it. And with that being said, we come to a close of the first half. We're scoreless. Similar to prior weeks, basically tied it to half almost, you know. And here we go. It's been an interesting first half. No real sustained drives, a couple first downs, but the Warriors' defense is looking strong as it has in the prior 2 games. The offense, we're just waiting to untrack again.
We've had 2 big plays in our half. The great play by Stephon Neville to save the touchdown, because that was going to be a touchdown if he didn't tackle him, and the punts by Ali.
Yeah.
I mean, those have been the biggest plays of the half so far.
So I think, you know, while we take a break and the Foxboro High School band will take the field, and then followed by the cheerleaders, Coach Martinelli will be giving one of those inspirational talks again in the locker room.
Yeah.
And I'm sure when we come back, Frank, in about 15, 20 minutes, we're going to see a different Warrior team.
I think you're right.
Okay, so with that being said, we're going to check out for the next 20 minutes and just stay tuned and watch some good entertainment by the Foxboro High School band and cheerleaders.
Okay. There's a green light on the speaker if you want to look to see if it has power.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're proud to present the 2007 Foxboro High School Warrior Marching Band. Again, with out on the field, the senior drum majors, Peyton O'Brien and Jimmy Greenlee.
This year's show is entitled Taking It to the Streets and features 3 eclectic dance tunes by 3 different American composers. First is the show's title song, Taking It to the Streets, by Michael McDonald, which is a classic American pop tune originally recorded by the Doobie Brothers. Mitch Hilo is the featured tenor saxophone soloist. Second is a swing-era dance tune called Hey Pachuco by Edwin Nichols, which features the entire percussion section, as well as trumpet soloist Matt Muirhead. The final selection is entitled Sonoran Desert Holiday by Ron Nelson. This music, which showcases the band's melodic percussion section, is based on Native American and Mexican American folk dance traditions from the American West. And now, the 2007 Foxboro High School Marching Band, taking it down the streets.
1, 2, 3, go!
touchdown raffle ticket is 779057. If you hold that ticket, please go to the concession stand and pick up $95. And now, ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for Foxboro High School Warrior Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the 50-yard line for Foxboro Warrior cheerleaders.
Gary, help him out.
Foxboro Warrior cheerleaders. Hello, men. Cheerleader. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Dippin' Dot ice cream is being sold to support our drama club. The drama club would appreciate those sales. Once again, the 50-50 raffle number is blue ticket 779057. It's good for $95. If you hold that 779057 blue ticket, please go to the concession stand and pick up your winnings. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you back to the second quarter of the Central Catholic Raider Merrimack Valley Conference football team versus the Foxboro Warriors Hockomock League football team.
Okay, welcome back to the second half of Warrior football. We are in a 0-0 deadlock with the Raiders of Central Catholic. First half has been pretty much chess match. Nothing really exciting on either team's part. Frank?
You just said it.
I just said it. Huh?
There's nothing going on yet offensively. Defensively, it's been a very good half for both teams. Two tough football teams giving it a go.
Yeah, the very first game you and I did, Dennis was missing that night, and it was similar. It was a 3-3 game, and I think we used the word boring.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I hate to use it, but it pretty much summed it up.
Yeah, it was boring, and this isn't really boring, Doug. This is pretty good defense being played, but there's not a lot of offensive action. I don't think either team has been inside the other team's 20, 30-yard line, not even once. So I mean, given the fact that the defense has been stopping all of the offense, it's about time for the offense to open it up a little bit. I think.
Yeah, I saw some stats flashed up on the screen real quickly. Both teams have 3 first downs. Both teams have 62 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Foxboro has 10 yards passing, and the Raiders have 7. So
sounds boring to me.
It does sound boring. So let's hope that the second half opens up a little bit. The Raiders will be getting the second half kickoff. Ali Matata will be doing the chores for Foxboro, and again, two good teams are butting heads, and a little chess match going on here, and we like to see high-scoring games, obviously, but again, at the same time, I do appreciate good defense, and that's what we are seeing from the Warriors this game as well as we have in the first two. Well, the other thing too is, again, a good crowd here tonight. The halftime entertainment once again provided by the high school marching band under the leadership of Steve Massey, and the Warrior cheerleaders under the guidance of Crystal Salisbury. So here we go. The team's ready to rock and roll.
Well, let's see if we can get something going here. Central Catholic has the ball right away, and their offense has been pretty boring, actually, too.
Yeah.
So they're missing a stud tailback, a kid by the name of Levitt that had 15 yards rushing last year. He was an all-state kid, so they're behind the 8 ball a little bit. But they've had a couple of kids step up in his absence, and they played very good defense. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, the Smith brothers, and they may not be related. I'm just saying that because 2 running backs there. Number 27 is Matt Smith, and number 32 is Michael Smith. They've both been the workhorses for the Raider offense. And actually, one of them, I believe it was Matt, had a nice gain on a screen pass. And then he also, I think, had a nice run of about 42 yards. So other than that, those 2 big plays for Central, they've really been stymied here in the first half, too.
Yeah.
All right, Foxboro will be defending the end zone nearest to the TP concession stand. Central will be on the scoreboard side. Matata will be lining up to do the kicking chores. Raiders have about as many football players as the Warriors do, and looking at both sidelines, they're pretty equal, both in size and numbers.
All right, let's see if we've got one of those patented ground balls by Ali, or we're going to get the ball in the air here.
Deep for the Raiders,
nice
number 10, and that's who's going to field this one on the fly. He bobbles it. That is Justin Narboni, and he really gets nothing. Short return, gets it out just beyond the 20-yard line. Ali got a good leg into that one as he kicked it well inside the 10-yard line.
Ball is received in number 40. The Raiders.
So here we go. The Raiders will take possession to open up the second half. Ball on their own 22-yard line. Warrior defense pretty much is a mirror image of their offense. A lot of the same players are out there for Foxboro. Gonna get a quick handoff here to Smith.
Straight dive, straight dive. Again, they're going to be conservative. They're deep in their own territory. I don't think we're going to see something opened up too much right here, Doug.
That was Michael Smith, number 32. Brought down after a short gain of about 2 yards. Looking across, I see the Dietzel family once again manning the chains tonight for the Foxboro High School Warriors. All right, here we go. Number 9, Shane Jowett, still a quarterback. Comes motion back. Number 21 takes it on the handoff. Logan's here to trip him up. And that's not going to get by Timmy. That was Dave Kando who came in motion and took the quick handoff from Jowett. And he picks up a couple yards, but not much. Mogan near
another example of following the guard. Here comes 54, blocking the defensive end, but 21 is pulled down from behind. Nice job.
Yeah, Brian Bosserdet actually was the first one to make contact there, number 56 for the Warriors. So he had a hand on Kando, and Mogan finished him off. So 3rd down and about 6, maybe 5. Ball is just beyond the 25-yard line of the Raiders. They're spreading the offense now. They got 2 receivers to the top side, 1 to the low side. Single back. We got a pass. Looks like screen.
Screen. Set up pretty well. Nice play. Nice play. Yep. Smelled it out.
Yeah. A lot of credit there, Brian Bosserdet. Used his head and stayed at home on the play.
Made 2 nice plays this series, Doug.
Yes, he did. Young man has really developed into quite a good football player.
All right, let's take a look at 56.
And they let the pressure come right in. There's Swede, there's Kaminsky, there's Donnelly. The only one that stayed at home was Bosserdet.
Bosserdet right there. Nice play.
He wraps him up nice and tight. So that'll bring up a punting situation once again for Central Catholic Raiders. Ball at the 29-yard line. Back to punt once again is number 80, Andrew Geyer, who hasn't really kicked great, but has been effective for the most part. Ball's over his head.
Boy.
This is trouble.
That's got to be a deuce right there.
He kicks it through. Yep. Smart play on his part. Foxboro will take a 2-0 lead.
What a shame for them. Wow.
Huge break here for the Warriors.
At least he had the presence of mind to kick it out.
Very, very good decision on his part, because had he tried to pick it up, it was basically not advised. He would have been brought down, probably would have had a safety or possibly fumbled the ball and then turned over for a touchdown. So,
boy, does that remind you of last year's Mansfield game?
Certainly does.
That poor kid.
Yep.
Three bad snaps and basically cost them the game.
So Geyer, who hasn't been kicking the ball that well, this time doesn't even get a chance. Ball clearly sails over his head. A penalty flag on a play. I believe that's just for. I believe that penalty is just for kicking the ball, which there's no further damage other than the safety being called here. And we don't see the snap in this shot we got here. All you see is Geyer going back and a little left-footed soccer style just to get the ball through the end zone.
Well, he's lucky he actually kicked that. If he missed that,
yeah, it's 6 points. We had 3 Warriors right there. So we get a free kick situation now. They have the option of punting it or kicking it off a tee, and I see that we're going to go off the tee. Number 24 is Harrison Davis, who will be doing the chores. Lines it up on his own 20-yard line. Foxboro should get great field position out of this, Frank.
Yeah, they should.
We got 3 guys deep. We have Joey Clegg. We have Luke Sicorso and Timmy Mogan in the middle. And this ball is going to come down to Clegg. Fields it at his own 29, straight ahead. He gets nailed after about a 12-yard return. Foxboro will take over at their own 42-yard line. Number 21 was in there on the play for the Raiders. That would be Dave Kando, who also has been playing running back. So the Warriors take over with probably their best field position of the night. Ball at their own 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Now sporting a 2-0 lead, courtesy of a bad snap on a punt. There we go. Swanton comes out. Sicorso is now checked in at fullback. Logan's still the tailback. There's Timmy straight ahead. Legs moving. He's going to get 9 solid yards out of that. We saw a lot of this last week, Frank.
Yeah. Simple drive block, that's all. No pulling it all there. Timmy does the last 3 yards on his own.
Again, great leg drive. I had used Timmy as an example of my team this past week. Again, Timmy's legs never stop going. The guy's got him by the shirt, and shoulder contact. Look at that guy holding on. Timmy drags it for another couple. So, second and short. Again, Morgan with a carry. He finds a lot of daylight. Gets a big 8-yard gain for Foxboro first down. They are now on the 41-yard line of the Raiders.
Well, this is what they did the last 3 games, or the last 2 games. They wore people down in the second half.
Again, just power football. Soccorso with the lead block. Colm Donnelly blocking down there.
Yep.
The other thing I noticed about Timmy Morgan, and again, I had the pleasure of coaching a young man for quite a few years, is he doesn't turn the ball over. He protects it very well, and he takes a lot of shots in the process, so that's a tribute to him.
Absolutely.
Here we go, Foxboro first down. We're going to see play action pass. Swanton evades the tackle there. That's going to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Number 77 there for the Raiders, put pressure on. That's Michael Garcia.
Maybe we can see that again.
Yeah, he surprised Swanton there. Came in kind of quickly. Might have been a missed block.
I don't know where he came from.
A little play action pass. Foxboro trying to take advantage of them keying in on Morgan.
Let's take a look at it. Nobody touched him right in the end. Nobody touched him. Yeah, he's lucky to get rid of that one. He's lucky to be alive.
Yeah, so we got a 2nd and 10 situation after the incomplete pass. Morgan, once again with a carry, he's going to get about 4. Swerves forward, brought down by 32. That's Michael Smith, and number 54 is Pat Geedy. So about his 3rd and 6 situation. Ball is sitting at the 38-yard line. An apparent passing down here, but Foxboro doesn't do anything traditionally, so again, we could see a toss sweep or some sort of counter maybe. Screen pass would be pretty good right now.
I think we're going to run the ball.
That's what we got. There he goes. There you go. A 38-yard touchdown run by Timmy Morgan. Foxboro jumps out to an 8-0 lead right now. Huge hole.
Yeah, both guards are pulling on this one, Doug. This was a big hole right here.
We got a little reverse handoff.
Here comes Kaminsky and Woolard.
They pulled the tackle actually.
Yep.
And,
nice cut by Timmy.
He's got guys flat-footed there and off balance. Now a little burst of speed at the end. Number 5 wasn't going to catch Tim.
Good job.
So Matata lines up to kick the extra point. Nixon will be the holder.
This is a huge point right here.
Snap is good. Hold is good.
Kick is good.
And the kick is good as always. So Foxboro jumps out to a quick 9-0 lead here in the 3rd quarter. 6:21 left. A bad snap gives us our first points on the safety, and a 38-yard touchdown run by Timmy Morgan. And basically, they pulled the left side. They pulled the guard and the tackle.
Everybody coming.
Good call. Mike Kadiri made the right call in that situation. And the pair passing down, and Foxboro went with the run. And senior captain Tim Morgan goes the distance. So 9-0.
Very conservative tonight. I don't think this is a game we want to open it up. Well, now it's 2 scores. They got to get 2 scores, Doug, just to possibly tie us.
That's right. Touchdown and a 2-point conversion still leaves them a point shy. So that's a nice point that you bring up there, Frank. The way the defense is playing, it looks like that will be a big task for the Raiders to achieve. So last time he kicked it deep. This time he does the same.
That's a big kick, isn't it?
Again, number 10, Ramone receives it on his 5-yard line. And he gets brought down. I believe I saw number 18 or 15 for Foxboro.
What a weapon to have Ali.
Calling Uther there.
Excuse me, Doug. What a big weapon that is to have Ali Mortada. Not only kick the ball to the 5-yard line, but kick the ball high.
Yeah.
We'll take another look at the coverage. The coverage is very good on this. The ball is very high in the air. That's a big-time college kick. I'll tell you, I've seen a lot of college football in the last 3 years, and I haven't seen too many kickers that can kick the ball that well.
That's true, and actually, looking at the replay, 39, Chris Gorham was the one who made the tackle, so good job on Chris's part.
I think that's Ali's future in college, to be honest with you, Doug.
It can be. He could possibly end up in a D1, 1A school with that leg.
Yeah.
So Jowett's pass was intended for number 12, Nigel Nelson. Thrown behind him. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 situation from, again, their own 22-yard line. So 2 consecutive series. The Raiders have started at their own 22-yard line. You have Neville in coverage here. Just a little out pattern. He's thrown behind.
Yeah, his arm is just not strong enough to throw that pass.
Inside handoff. A good little run here. I believe this is Smith, number 32 again. It is Michael Smith, number 32. Picks up about 6 yards.
Well, if the Central Catholic coach has a bag of tricks, he better open them up, because the dive right and the dive left is getting a little old.
Right. Foxboro's defense is swarming, and again, you're looking for a big play possibly. It's not going to happen the way Foxboro's tackling right now.
Right.
Well, we got 2 guys in motion.
2 guys in motion. Boy, oh boy. That is just a killer right there. They had 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, and now they're going to be 3rd and 8.
Referees were a little slow pulling out their laundry there, too.
Yeah.
They probably were surprised to see 2 guys shifted.
Looked like arena football.
Certainly did. Canadian football, all that stuff. Hey, look at this.
You can't have 2 guys in motion, folks. You can only have one person in motion at once.
Yeah, that play basically was blown dead. It's going to be a 5-yard procedure. Apparently, though, I see 4th down on the scoreboard, so they allowed the play to stand.
They didn't take the penalty. Foxborough didn't take the penalty.
Okay. So Jowett was sacked on the play.
No, I'm sorry. They did take that. It was 3rd and 3, Dougie, and now it's 4th and 8.
Okay. So here we go. Again, this is, we get a better kick this time.
Oh, that's a good kick.
Geyer.
Good kick all the way back to the 35-yard line.
Neville up the middle.
Goodbye.
Gets out to the outside.
Oh, boy.
Really nice tackle there.
Tripped up by number 80.
80, Geyer, the punter. Made a saving tackle there, getting Neville by the ankle.
He looked like a bug looking for a hole right here. Look at him. Stop, start, stop, start.
That's all it was.
Oh, boy.
That's all it was. He got a hand on the ankle. And there's a penalty flag on the play as well. So had Stephon been able to run that back, it would have been for naught. Probably a push from behind here. Yeah, pushing it back.
That would be a great time to throw the football.
Yeah, we have like 11 guys in the box. Logan again.
Off the left side, got 5.
Keeps the legs moving. Yeah, Central's rolled up real tight now. They're basically playing with 1 safety, and he's less than 10 yards off the ball. So it would be an opportune time if Foxborough wanted to go to the air.
Oh.
Possibly hit a big play here.
Ali and Neville down the side. Put it up.
Timmy Morgan is at 111. We are told from the truck. Second game in a row, he's been over 100 yards. Foxborough breaks the huddle with a 2nd and 5 situation from their own 41-yard line. There's Logan again. He's off. He's moving. Nice solid run here. About a 25-yard gain right there, Frank.
Nice run. Nice run. Boy, he's built so low to the ground. He just moves his hip one little bit, and he's got a nice move.
Yeah, he's smooth out there. We have a timeout called by the Raiders.
Yeah, they're worn out. They're worn out. Their defense has been on the field a long time.
Foxboro is basically winning the battle of the trenches right now, and Mogan has started ripping off some huge gains behind that line. That one for 25 yards, and we said he was at 111, so that puts him close to 140 right now. Okay, we'll take another look here.
Take another look. Here comes Donnelly down. Didn't even have to block anybody. The hole was already there. Ali didn't block anybody. That's all Timmy Mogan right there.
Never goes backwards.
No, you don't pull him. You don't pull him towards you. You drive him back.
That's right. Yeah, Tim always managed to pick up a couple extra yards because of that forward lean in his drive to go that direction. So now Foxboro with the first down at the Raider 35-yard line with a 9-0 lead. 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Nixon is checked in. He's going to split wide to the left. Foxboro's in the power I with Simons and fullbacks and Corso and tailback.
Nice tackle by 30.
Corso hit the hole hard, but was hit harder by number 30. Mike Amaral helped the Raiders after a short gain. Picked up about 3, maybe 2. Yeah, looks more like 2, short 2. So it'll be a 2nd and 8 situation. Ball about the 33-yard line of Central Catholic. Now we got a tight formation, still in a power I. Simon's fullback. There's
there goes the ball.
Pop right back up.
I think it came right to him.
Fortunate hop there for Luke Corso. Never really seemed like he got a clean exchange.
The snap is good.
I
think he bumped number 20, Doug.
Yeah.
As he was lifting the ball up to give the ball to Luke.
Yeah, Luke never got a clean exchange. The ball was already coming free from Brian Swanton's hands. So fortunate hop for the Warriors as they lose the 2 yards gained on the previous play, but still maintain possession. The ball at the 35-yard line, 3rd and 10 situation. We're going to show a wide spread here. Nixon closest to the sideline, Foxborough sideline. We got twins up top with Matata and Neville. Swanton's under a blitz. He calls screen play.
Oh, it's a good call, too.
Here's Simons with lots of room. Good block. Good downfield block there. Nice call. Perfect timing for it. They took advantage of the Raider rush here.
Now we got a 3rd and 10 here, so everybody's these guys are pinning their ears back to rush the passer as quick as they can. And,
there's a good block right there. There's one downfield here.
Nice block. There we go.
Joey Nixon pancaked his guy. And Simons picks up huge yardage. Foxborough has the ball on the 8-yard line. This is a 27-yard pickup. Very well designed. Boom, there's Jake Walsh with a great block right there. And there's Nixon's hit. Simons gets upended, but not until he gets to the 8-yard line. Now we're back to action. I believe it's Mogan in there. And it was Tim, and he takes the ball down to about the 5-yard line, bring up a 2nd and goal situation from the 5-yard line. Under 2 minutes now in the third quarter.
I think they're worn out, Doug.
Yeah.
All the Central kids are bending over trying to get an extra breath. Or as we used to say back in the day, they're sucking canal water.
Yeah, something like that. They're not looking too good right now, I can tell you that.
Nice driving. They're driving off the ball. They're coming off the ball hard.
This time he runs behind Woolard and Kaminsky on the left side. And he's probably about a yard shy. Yeah, ball's going to be marked at about the 1, maybe 1.5 yard line. So we'll have a 3rd down situation here. You know, you're talking about Central players being tired, Frank, but our line plays both ways too.
Oh yeah.
So obviously it's conditioning.
Well, it's conditioning and also momentum. You know, when you got the momentum, you got the juice behind you.
That's true too. So here we go. We got the triple I situation here. And Mogan's going to get the carry. He's going to pop into the end zone. Very nice drive by the Warriors.
Yeah, very nice drive. Off left tackle right here.
You got Thrasher, Soccorso, and then there's Timmy Mogan. He's airborne, puts a shoulder into a would-be tackler, and has enough to get past the goal line. We saw a lot of that triple I last week when Foxboro really started to put things together in the second half. And I got to tell you, running behind Thrasher and Soccorso is a nice feeling for any running back.
Yeah.
So here we got Matata lining up for another extra point. Chance to make it a 16-0 game. Nixon is the holder. Good snap as always. Man, that's
nice kick to the track.
That's 30 yards beyond the goalpost.
Yeah. What a great leg.
Yeah, he does. Foxborough's had some good kickers over the years. Certainly Mike Myers comes to mind. And Aaron Dufour was a great kicker.
Yeah.
But Ali Matata, they actually have the strongest leg of all of them.
And he's probably the smallest one of all.
Smallest of all. Mike Myers was kind of tall and lanky. He didn't have a lot of meat on his bones.
Right.
Aaron Dufour was a pretty good sized kid from what I can remember.
He was 6'3", about 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Big kid.
He was a good ball player all the way around too. So here we go, 16-0 Warriors. Just under a minute left in the third quarter. Playing a very good second half as they have the previous 2 weeks. They are a second half team from what all appearances are this year. Certainly got rid of our boredom and got us a little bit excited up here.
Yeah, this is a difficult time for Central Catholic right now because they don't throw the ball really well, and they're going to need to throw the ball to get back in this game.
Yeah, they really can't afford to grind anything out. Clock is just as much their enemy as the Warriors is right now. Another good kick. This one's in the end zone. That's 5 yards deep in the end zone.
That's something you don't see often, folks, a touchback. Ali Mortada kicked the ball 3 yards deep in the end zone. And the kid wisely didn't take it out.
He's kicking from his 40.
Yeah.
That's a 65-yard kick.
Yeah, that's a bomb.
Yeah, that is. So we've seen Mogan's running, Mortada's leg, in a stifling, swarming Foxboro defense here that's resulted in a 16-0 lead over Central Catholic, a Division I power who they lost to last year very late in the game.
They're definitely up against it now, Doug. We got motion movement again. We got movement. Geez.
I'll tell you what, these referees a little slow with the. He takes a plop nonetheless. That's Matt Smith right there, number 27. But the referee's a little slow to react to this. This kid knew he had procedure.
Yeah.
Watch this, folks. The kid, he's like, oh, I screwed up. And then all of a sudden, here comes the counter to Matt Smith. And Neville lays the lumber on him right there. Good little run, but it's going to be for naught. There's a procedure call, move the ball back 5 yards to the Raider 15-yard line. Clock is running.
This will be the last play of the
unless we see a pass or a first down, you're right. Should be the last play of the first quarter.
Or the third quarter there, yeah.
Third quarter, yeah. A little deception here. Number 5 on the carry. That's Adrian Mendez. He picks up a couple, but he's still shy of the 20-yard line. He didn't get back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be like second and about 13.
I don't think you're going to get this play off, Doug.
They may try, but that's going to be the quarter. So we have 11 minutes left, 33 in the book.
Total domination by Foxboro in that quarter.
It is right now. After a pretty equal first quarter, it's been all Foxboro here in the last 11 minutes. And while we got a break in the action, just like to let you folks know at home there that you are being brought this broadcast courtesy of Foxboro Cable Access Channel 8. All its volunteers and hardworking individuals. Frank and I have the easy job. We get a great view and basically get shoot the breeze and talk football, but there's a lot of guys and gals that are making this thing happen down on the field, working the cameras, in the truck, working the technology, the graphics, the sound, and everything else. Our producer, Mike Everson, has put together a great crew once again. Might be the second best coach other than Jack Martinelli for the talent that he's assembled here.
You don't realize it until you do this, and I started doing this a couple of years ago, and boy, I tell you, these guys are tremendous. The cameramen are tremendous. The people in the truck are tremendous. And they're all good guys too. You guys, people out there in TV land, should maybe think about volunteering.
Yeah, they're always looking for help.
Yeah. Do a great job.
They do. In fact, I was on the studio the other night, and they're going to do their first volleyball game this coming Tuesday. And last I knew, they were still looking for a few hands-on people to get down there and give some help. So Tuesday, right after school, girls volleyball. Check in if you can.
Are they playing in the sand?
No, they're playing in the gym. Here we go, a little play action. You see,
oh man,
he's rolling to his left. Yeah. He's got nowhere to go.
Just too slow.
He really is.
Well, not only him, but the play is too slow to develop.
Logan, Thrasher, Kaminsky, you know, they were there waiting for him.
Yeah.
John continues to roll to his left. He's not getting a lot of blocking when he does.
No.
Got a couple guys pulling, but
it's just too slow in developing, Doug.
It is. That's a tackle right there on Brendan Swede.
Yeah.
So third down and long. Here you can see John broken play. He's in trouble again. Closing speed right there. I believe that is Chris Barrett, number 41, on the tackle. Showed a good burst of speed to bring Jowl down.
Timmy Mogan took care of 27. He didn't want to block anybody. Yeah, the defense right now is just having a field day. Let's take a look at this. Take a look at 33 coming on. Foxboro's Timmy Mogan coming down the end. Here comes 27 up to meet him. Get out of here.
Yeah. And again, not even enough to really slow Timmy down.
No.
But Chris Barrett with good speed. So here we go. Last time we were in a situation, ball snapped into the end zone. Young man might be thinking again there in the center.
Yeah.
Good snap this time. Geyer with a flat kick knuckleball. It's probably going to roll dead around midfield. Yeah, Neville's going to let that one go. Good choice. Take the great field position right there. No chance of turning it over on a miscue. So Foxboro, 49-yard line of their own side of the field. 9:18 left.
I don't think our defense is going to let them back in the game, Doug.
No.
Not at this point. They're too tired. They're overmatched on the line right now. We've got great field position. We're ahead 16-0, all of the above. Now, if we can just sustain maybe 3 or 4 first downs right here, I think we can salt this game away.
All right, Mogan has checked out, and then we got Simons and Sicorso in the backfield right now in a power eye. Straight ahead to Simons. Quick burst for about 3 yards. Simon's a hard runner too.
Yeah,
Frank.
he does a nice job. I was impressed with him the first game I saw him.
Yeah, last year, actually,
was he a junior?
He is a junior. He's got another year, which is good. 5'10", 170.
Well, other than Timmy, you got the whole backfield back next year. You got Swanton, you got Simons, and you got Sicorso.
Yeah, and Thrasher.
That's right, and Nicky Thrasher.
So where the cupboard was thought to be left bare this year, it's been filled quickly with senior talent that nobody knew that we really had, I guess. Credit to these kids for working hard, and that next year we got a lot of underclassmen that are going to be back.
It's a credit to the coaches, Doug.
Yes,
too.
it is.
I mean, the coaches find these kids, you know, as they're seniors. Jack allows them to give them the opportunity to play on the field as seniors, and boy, I'll tell you, they take advantage of it.
Yeah,
they take advantage of it.
They certainly do, and you know, they've waited in the wings. There's been a lot of talent. Taking nothing away from these young men, but there's been a lot of talent ahead of them the last 3 years. You had 2 Super Bowl teams, one a winner, one a runner-up, and actually your Suns last year, they were one game away from making the playoff run. So a lot of talent, a lot here to fill in, and they're doing a great job. So here we go, Butcher Swan back to pass.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
He takes a wall.
That could have been a problem right there.
Yeah. Andrew McCarthy, number 55, basically just snapped Brian Swanton backwards here. He just comes from the inside. The first pressure comes from the outside. That's Smith, has him by the ankles, and then boom.
Sets him up, boom.
Yeah. Well, fortunate for Butch, he's a big boy. He can take that type of hit. And that's Michael Smith right there at the ankles.
Yeah, that's a boy. That could have been bad on a knee right there.
Yeah. So
well,
Foxboro will be punting.
You got about 7 minutes left in this game. Let's watch Ali in action right here. See if he gets off another bomb.
It's high.
And he does. He does. But what a weapon he is. Look at this punt.
Oh, mistake by this young man.
Yeah, that is definitely a mistake.
Number 34 for the Raiders is Cameron Fischelli. And that ball basically was going to probably go out of bounds. He decided to pick it up, and he paid the price for it.
That's a college punt right there, Doug.
Yeah, it is. Ball traveled a good 40 yards again in the air, and with a little friendly roll, another 10 yards added to it. So
I'm impressed by the height. I'm not, you know,
yeah,
the distance.
The
right. Distance is one thing, but the height with it's bodes well for the future for him.
It allows coverage to get downfield.
Yeah.
It eliminates a lot of chances of good returns when you get your cover guys down there that fast. So we're at 7:01 remaining in the game. Here we go. The Raiders break their huddle. No, single back in the backfield. He's passing. This time he does roll to his right.
Yep. Oh, boy, he had him open, too.
Yeah. Just over the hands of number 84 is Chris Farron. He's a tight end, 6'2", 200 pounds. He had a step on Timmy Mogan. Ball just over his head outside of his reach. Second down and 10. Ball at the 12-yard line of Central Catholic.
Well, every play should be a pass or a screen right here.
Yeah, screen would be a good call again. Foxboro is going to pin their ears back and come with a hard rush, I'm sure. Yeah, you can see Boston.
Here comes the
toss.
pitch.
Gets to the outside. Nice little run. He's going to have a first down there. Check which Smith that is. Number 27. That is Matt Smith, I believe.
Yeah, he moved the stakes.
So catching Foxborough in the blitz, they do a quick toss, go off tackle, get the corner, and pick up 10 yards. Clock still ticking though now. The chains are set. Central needs a real big play real quick. They can't just take 10 yards at a time, as good as that is. You got a pass play here.
Oh, boy.
Nicky Thrasher.
He got leveled right there.
Oh, boy, that's right. Oh, now we get a flag.
There we go. Now we got ragtime afterwards.
Obviously, maybe something that was said.
Oh, it's definitely something that was said.
But Nicky Thrasher, number 45. I mean, he comes untouched on Shane Jowett. This isn't even
He didn't
fair.
even see him. Didn't even see him.
Blindsided. Good clean hit. Better look this time. Bull, good clean hit.
Lucky he held on to that. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. We get a personal foul here. Probably unsportsmanlike. We'll get the call as soon as they mark it.
This is a mouth foul.
It's going to give him a first down, though.
Yep.
Move the chains.
You got to just be quiet. You had a nice play. Just be quiet.
Nothing there again. Ball's on the ground. Foxborough has it.
He's looking to counter it. Wow.
Jimmy Kaminsky, number 57, is the Foxborough Warrior who comes up with that loose ball.
Let's take a look at this play right here. This is a counter. Countering back with the wing back. Never had a chance. He bumped into his own guy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. That's a shame.
Kaminsky came off the left end.
That's a tough call, boy.
Comes up with the ball. Brendan Sweet, number 12, also had a nose in there. So Foxborough with 6:08 left is giving great field position on the first turnover tonight. Yeah. Other than that, the safety, but the first legitimate turnover here.
There'll never be a pass.
Logan again up the middle. And he's got 10 yards right there.
Move the stakes.
A steady diet coming up here, run plays, that's for sure. Nothing fancy, Frank.
Nope. Nope, straight up, straight up. Central Catholic defensive linemen all standing straight up in the air. They're all tired. They're huffing and puffing.
And that triple I again. Simons is the up back. Here's Morgan
Straight
once
again,
more.
straight again. Good thing about that is the clock is working.
Foxboro, very impressive in their 3 non-league games. Not an entire game's worth, but certainly each second half of each game, they've really come out to play.
Well, defensively, we can say they've been very impressive.
Timmy Morgan has 159 yards rushing, according to our statistician. There's motion on Foxboro.
There we go.
I believe Alex Price, number 48, jumped the gun a little bit.
False start against the Warriors.
So they'll back us up 5 yards. Clock stops while they set the ball. And we'll start again. There it goes. Under 5 minutes now. As you can see, the beauty of it now this year, you get the little down below the on-screen graphics of the score and the time.
Yeah, another feature just to help the viewer at home.
All right, Swanton hands off to Sikorsky this time. He gets nothing. He's wrapped up on the end over there.
That was filled. We're getting a little touchy now. We're getting a little mouthy, a little touchy. They are too.
Yep. 55, Andrew McCarthy there getting a little frustrated. He made the tackle, and it looks like he threw an elbow at the end of it there. But again, the referees probably just telling the boys, keep it clean.
Still in the 17. Third down and 13.
Foxboro does not pick up the first down here. Maybe we see an Ali Matata field goal attempt. Just for icing on the cake.
He's got 3rd and 13, and it doesn't look like a pass to me. It is going to be one. You got Neville all alone. Oh, boy, he came back and he had the ball right in his hands, Doug.
Yeah, Stephon did a nice job adjusting back for this because there was good coverage on the play.
That was a touchdown.
You know?
Yeah.
Butchie threw a strike here, but Stephon makes a nice adjustment.
The only receiver out there, you got to know he's going to be covered. Lofts it up there. Neville comes back to the ball.
Yeah.
I think he's got to catch that ball, and he knows it.
Yeah.
4th down, we're going to just run the ball.
Adrian Mendez.
We're going to kick the field goal right here. Here's a 35-yarder right here.
Mendez was the cover guy on Neville here. So
take a look at this. Nice snap, nice hold.
And it looks good.
35 yards. Easy as that. Made it by 12.
Yep. So Foxboro pushes the lead to 19. And for all intents and purposes, with 3:39 left, this game is over.
Yeah.
Just a matter of whether or not Central breaks that goose egg on the board.
You know, we haven't mentioned Mike Bartuka tonight in terms of the defensive coordinator for Foxboro, but we've mentioned him several times in the past about what a great job he does defensively. It's important to have a shutout as the defense matures during the course of the year, because the defense wants to be able to know that they can stop somebody from getting no points.
That's true.
You know, because when you're in a game like they were in the first game, it was a field goal.
Right.
And if it comes down to a field goal, the defense has to know and has to be able to understand that they can stop the offense. And tonight they've done it. They've done a perfect job.
Yeah, they have. And Coach Bartuka, as you said, is a great defensive mind. This is another blast. This is another end zone shot.
Ali right to the end zone.
1 yard deep in the end zone.
Yeah.
Here's a fake reverse.
Fake reverse.
Again, a 60-yard boot. So, going back to the defense with Coach Bartuka, last week when Todman was here for Dartmouth and scored early, Bartuka went to some sort of adjustment in the next series and immediately took the kid out of the action. I mean, they shut him down, they balled him up, and then he scored one late in the half, and then the second half, Coach Bartuka makes another adjustment. He doesn't wait to halftime or in between quarters. He does it on the fly,
right, and
does it very well. Kids respond excellent to him. So here we go. Got a receiver out there, but he overthrows him. Intended receiver was number 1.
Number 1, yep.
And that was Jimmy Nyan. All right. And ball was just over. That was a pretty well thrown ball. It's one of the shorter ones that we've seen off Jowlett's arm.
Yep.
2nd and 10 now. Ball at their own 20-yard line.
3:24 left in the game right now. You got to put the ball up, and well, they're basically out of reach right now. You got to get 3 scores now.
Yeah. We got 4 receivers.
Draw.
There's a draw play, is right. That's Michael Smith. He's going to pick up about 12. Clock will stop briefly while they move the chains. Nothing fancy here. Again, just trying to take advantage of spreading the defense with the 4 receivers. Michael Smith does a pretty good job, hard running, and brought down after a 12-yard gain. So we're going to see the same formation again. This time we see Jowlett back to pass.
Fumble.
Yeah, the ball's knocked loose out of his hand, and they're going to say that his arm was going forward in the process, so that'll be an incomplete pass.
I'd like to see that again.
Logan was in there again, as was Thrasher.
Here we go. Let's take another look at this. Let's see if this arm did come forward.
To me, it looked like it might have been swiped out of there.
Oh.
Yeah, Morgan stripped him from behind.
I don't think that ball's a fumble.
Yeah, generous call right there.
No offense to the referees, but that ball's a fumble. It's easy for me to say because I'm seeing it twice.
Yeah, his arm was cocked, but the ball came loose before it was going forward.
Yeah.
However, it brings up a second and 10 situation. Timeout is called. 2:49 left.
Doug, let's take a look at the fumble again.
Oh, great action shot.
This is a great picture right here. There's the cock. That ball's not coming. His arm's not coming forward.
Yeah.
He was knocked out of his hands. Doug, this, if any indication of what kind of team Foxboro has, is this game as a barometer. I'm taking a look at last week's game where Central Catholic played St. John's Prep, perennially one of the best teams in the state. Up in Danvers, and St. John's Prep beat these guys 12-0, and obviously we've beaten them 19-0, or at least we're beating them right now 19-0. So, given that as a barometer, I'm thinking that Foxboro could basically play with a lot of Division I teams. I'm not sure we're in the Brockton class, or maybe not even in the Mansfield class yet. We don't know, but we're going to find that out on Thanksgiving. But as far as the rest of the schedule is concerned. If we can play well against Franklin, and we can play well against, I'm going to say, Oliver Ames put 50 points up on KP the other night, but then KP put 49 on them. Then if we can play well against those teams, I think it may come down to Thanksgiving again.
It could. And I got to be honest, I thought this team, looking at the schedule that they had, not knowing if the experience factor would be adverse to them. I thought a 7-win season would be a good year for them. I really did.
You're not alone.
8 would have been a great year.
Yeah, you're not alone. I was thinking the exact same thing. I was thinking, honestly, I didn't know anything about Concord, New Hampshire too much before coming in here. But I knew what these guys had back, but we didn't see him, the Levitt kid.
Right.
And I knew what Todman could bring to the table for, we're going to see it again, the incompletion.
Jowlett he has to scramble for his life here again. There's Brendan Swede putting all kinds of pressure on him.
Nice flush right there. Just get rid of it. I'm thinking Foxboro is, could play against most teams right now in this state.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And you're right, Doug. Let me second to second what you just said. I didn't think Foxboro had more than 8 wins in them this year. But then again, I've said this before. Jack told me at the beginning of the year that he thought the Hockomock League was very weak this year.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, it may be true that the Hockomock League is not up to, you know, what it was, let's say, 4 or 5 years ago. Even, well, I remember when Mosey Tatupu was playing, or not Mosey, but Lofa Tatupu was playing over in KP, and the big kid was playing in Stoughton. The kid went to Syracuse, and what's his? I forget his name now. Ryan Lacasse.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 professional football players coming out at the same year. That league was at that time was tremendous, and we had to play all away games and made it to the Super Bowl.
Here we go, first down now. Again, you can see Jowett.
Nice play. Nice play, Nicky Thrasher. It's a good open field tackle by Nick Thrasher right there.
Loss of about 12, 13 yards on this play.
Nicky's had a nice game tonight. Very nice game.
Very deceiving speed on his part.
Good hustle, nice tackle.
Good coverage by the secondary. Yeah, you're right, Frank. The league itself, you know, not knowing, we knew Mansfield was going to be strong. Apparently, a lot of people thought North was going to be strong. I mean, they may just be off to a slow start. They could come back and win 7, 8, 9 games in a row, too. Franklin could be the unknown factor. That's the one right now that has me wondering. That ball could be picked. It's not. Stoughton lost their first 2 games. Again, they won the other night against Sharon, but Sharon doesn't really have much of a club. Canton won 2 games, and then they got annihilated by Mansfield. So realistically, it's almost like the big 3 again. Franklin could be sneaking in there. Oliver Ames is certainly a team next week that we can't let our guard down against.
You know, I was Mr. Sidwell, Brad Sidwell, who's the head coach at Franklin. His dad, Steve, who was a coach in the NFL for many, many years, is the defensive coordinator over to Franklin. And he comes in the store one day, and I said, how you doing, Coach? How's things going over there? He gave me a wink and said, we're doing okay. But never thought for a second that he said, well, we got to find a quarterback. Well, he found a quarterback. I think the kid's name is Dow. Very good player. They're very young too. He's got some seniors, but he's got some young, talented players. Franklin's going to be a team. It's going to be a town that needs to be reckoned with. There are 33,000 people.
Yeah.
It's a huge town now.
All right, 3rd and long here. Again, we see Jowett rolling to his left.
He's going to get it again.
And, swarmed under for like another 10-yard loss.
That poor kid's not going to want to get up tomorrow morning.
No. Campbell, Kaminsky, Mogan, you know, again, a whole slew of warriors here to bring him down. We're at 127 and counting. It'll be 4th down. They might as well go for it. Got nothing to lose here. A punt does them no good. Foxboro will take over eventually, and I would expect Coach to take a couple knees, but we do see Geyer back to punt.
I'm thinking Neville's going to want to take this ball back. As sure as I'm sitting here, he's going to force this going back.
Another knuckleball kick.
Yep.
Ball gets batted forward by one of the Raider downmen, and ball's going to be moved back. Referee blows it dead at Foxborough's 40, but it's going to be moved up to about the 47-yard line, somewhere around there. And we'll see some new faces coming into the game, maybe. But I would expect 50 seconds. I'd expect 2 knees right now, Frank.
That's what Jack's all about.
Very little left in the time.
Yeah, and we see a couple guys checking in. Derek Cataldo, number 3, is checked in. He's the senior running back. Swanton still is in there, quarterback. Looks like the starting line is still in there as well. See who else is in the backfield. Andrew Hazeltine, number 38, I believe, is in at fullback. This is Cataldo. He's a hard runner. Gets nothing there. Yeah, we're going to take the knee down, maybe.
Yeah.
Foxboro Athletic Department would like to thank you for coming out and supporting this non-league game between the Central Catholic Raiders and the Waters and the Foxboro Warriors.
Nice win.
Yeah, it
nice
was.
win. Well, truly is a second-half team so far in the first 3 games, Doug, huh?
I think so. I've witnessed all 3 games. had the same impression after the first half of all 3 games, and certainly at the end, the young men of the Blue and Gold Warriors pull together and make things happen.
Yep.
Game ends without another snap. A hard-fought, well-deserved win tonight, 19-0 over Central Catholic Raiders, avenging last year's 9-5 loss, which that in itself was a defensive struggle.
Right.
But the Warriors off to a 3-0 start, which is very good news. Be hitting the road for 4 away games now, and one of those includes North Attleboro.
Yeah, and Franklin.
And Franklin, too.
Yeah, I mean, the four potentially, OA, they're going to play away, and Stoughton, I think, at least last year they would have been tough games. I don't know what's going to happen this year, but we could easily come back here the next time and them be 7-0.
Could be, and then you run into an easy stretch of games there with Sharon and Canton on the agenda. KP, again, heading towards Turkey Day with Mansfield. We don't want to look too far ahead, but what I've seen so far, this made me a believer.
Yep.
And this team now, I'm gauging, could be a 10-win team at a minimum if they continue to play like this.
Absolutely, without question. These were 3 good tests for them.
The line's playing good. Butchie Swan's not making any mistakes. Mogan's running reckless abandon, carrying guys with him.
The 2 young backs are getting an opportunity to play, getting to contribute, and they're going to help them later on during the season.
They certainly are. So we check the scoreboard one more time. We see Foxboro 19, Central Catholic 0. Foxboro off to a 3-0 start. First time since 2 years ago, the 05 season. And we will see you guys in about a month. We will be away for the next 4 weeks. So by then, maybe Frank and Dennis and I will all finally get together. And,
there you go.
We have a reunion of sorts. But, again, nice job tonight by the Warriors. Nice job by the band, the cheerleaders, coaching staff, everybody involved.
And a great job by the staff, as usual.
As usual. So this is Doug Seuss, along with Frank Chapoon, wishing everybody a good evening. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Pats game tomorrow in Buffalo. Take care, everybody. It's been a pleasure bringing tonight's broadcast to you.
Thank you for watching this Cable 8 Sports coverage of the 2007 football season. Game coverage made possible through the efforts of Foxboro Cable Access volunteers. You can watch all the Warrior home games Mondays at 8 on Channel 8. You can also catch us online at fcatv.org and myspace.com/Foxboro Cable Access.